1, 2, 3, let's go. Hello, everyone. My name is Katy of Greenland Quilter. Welcome to the chat tonight. I know I haven't been live all week. As most of you know, the last week I've been sick. Me and Nikolai, but Nikolai's on his feet a lot faster than me, but I'm doing better. I may not sound like it, but I am. So I'd like to welcome Lisa of Awkward Quilter to my channel, and I hear feedback.
Got it. Okay,
thanks, babe. And also Nikolai's here, as you can see. So let's welcome Lisa and my honey. He's here to help.
You too.
Lisa, I'm going to go ahead and let you talk for a few minutes. Tell us about your channel, your how long you've been quilting, whatever you want to say about yourself and your channel. Go ahead and do that, and then tell us what you're going to work on.
Okay, so my name is Lisa. My channel is very young. It's only technically a couple months old as far as lives go. I generally just post videos and shorts. I've been quilting for 3 years, and I am working on a crazy quilt pattern today. I had to pull something to work on, so that is what I'm going to be working on. And I'm sorry, Katy, what were the questions?
Yeah,
I'm over here trying to see the chat, so.
Yeah, so far we have Denise. Hello, Denise. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Deb S. Hi, Brenda Foley. Hello, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. And we have Robin. And the first person in the chat today was Nancy of Guess Who is Nancy or something like that. Anyway, hi, Patty. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Donnell. Y'all come on in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to work on, since I've been sick, you know, actually I haven't been on my machine in over a week, to be honest, because that's how sick I've been. So I'm going to work on my hot air balloon, I'm sorry, bomb pop. I'm going to work on another clue. I'm working on clue 4 right now. Since that's a UFO now, I am going to spend a little time doing a UFO tonight. And whenever Lisa wants to show us what she's doing, you know, where you guys can see what she's doing, I'll pin or spotlight her so you can see what she's doing. And Nikolai will show you. Hey, honey, you want to say something?
Well, the fun part, I will try to make some trains out of Legos that I already have.
He brought home another train, you guys.
I want to build it.
Where's it at?
Packed.
Oh, you already put it away?
No, but I can show them the box. It looks like
yeah, put it in front of your camera, honey.
It looks like this.
Oh, nice.
So the last time we went through Denmark together, there's a shop inside the airport. And we've been talking to the store owner there, and
not the store owner, manager.
Manager. Okay. Anyway, now you distracted me by correcting me. Thanks, honey.
Ooh.
Anyway, we got to talking to him, and he said anytime we wanted something, we could contact him, and he would personally mail it to us. So that's progress when it comes to that department. But when we were in there, he didn't have the new train, and he didn't realize he didn't have it. When Nikolai pointed it out, he says, well, I will have to rectify that. And he ordered it. So when Nikolai came through the airport coming home from Denmark this time, he was able to pick up the train. So now he has the train. How many trains do you have now?
I'm getting close to 20.
You hear that? He has enough tracks to run all over the house, I think. Okay, who have I missed that just came in? Hi, Laura. Hello, hello. Andrea says, I see that train a-coming. It's a-coming around the bend. It's a song. Oh, goodness. All right. So, y'all ask Lisa any questions you have. Put a heart in front of it so we both can see the questions so that we don't miss it. Let's keep the chat rolling. I'm probably going to be a little slow and easy to distract. So, you know, let's have some fun.
Well, I'm always slow and easy to distract, so I'm with you.
Yep. And I'm gonna forewarn you, you're gonna have to excuse the sniffling and the blowing of the nose and all that. I have no control over it. So yeah.
Don't forget to eat your food.
And yep, and he brought me some soup, so I'll be munching on my soup a little bit also. Okay, so here's where I am on clue 4 of my hot air balloon. Last time I don't remember which live. I had started it on the live after I finished something else. And so I had gotten as far as, looks like I went as far as getting all 4 of this style of block made. Okay, and there was supposed to be 4 of them, and that's, yep, that's how many I made. So the next step is going to have me sewing some more parts together that I will be adding onto this. So I'll set this aside for right now. For those that don't know what this is a Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Along. This one was for the 2023 Fall Puzzle Mystery Carnival, and it is currently my UFO now because we are into, well, we're currently doing Tree of Life. And starting July the 26th, the first clue for Wild West will drop in the mail on July 26th for clue 1. And anyone who doesn't know what a PMQ is, I am sharing a link where you can go and have a look at the link. I think they still have some openings for the Wild West, so go have a look. All you have to do is sew clues together every month, or you can buy the whole kit, and then you'll get the clue every month in your email. Have you done a PMQ, Lisa?
I actually purchased the whole entire Tree of Life. I've only made 2 clues.
Which
I've had other projects going on, and so I've kind of put it aside, and when I receive all the clues, then I will work on it all at once.
What's your colorway?
Some kind of foresty, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh no.
That's how long it's been since I worked on it last. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
Yep, I understand that. Things get crazy and get in the way of things. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Whoa. Hello, Mona.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Charlotte Villa. Hey, Greenland. I don't think we have met. No, we have not. This is the first time I've seen you in here. Welcome, welcome. People are saying hi to Nikolai. And to Lisa.
Hello.
Cotton Cuts has a YouTube channel, and she did a live this morning. Another planned for next week. That's awesome, Denise. Yep, she's really getting into her YouTube channel these days too. Hello, Sandra K. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Kathy. Anyone else I missed? Hi. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. But please ask questions if you have some. It's okay, Donnell. I figured you were at work. So in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and making sure I have everything organized properly so I don't get anything mixed up on my design board. I use a design board when I'm doing my blocks because then I like to lay out the pieces and put alphabeties on them so that I don't use the wrong, because it's very easy when you're being distracted to pick up the wrong thing and sew the wrong thing on. So yeah. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Yep, nice to meet you too. Do you have a channel, Charlotte? Or are you just a viewer? Haven't met. Nikolai's my husband, Charlotte. Charlotte hasn't met you either, honey.
Hi, Charlotte.
And I have my laptop a little further than I normally do, so it's hard for me to read the chat. But I see my sis in here. Hey, Deb S. and Mona, Michelle. Donnell, I'm off today. I'm off today while you're working. Charlotte, Andrea, how are y'all doing? I saw Sandra Kay, and I did not say hey to you. I am sorry. I missed you.
Sharing Lisa's link for her channel. If you are not subscribed to Lisa's channel, Awkward Quilter, please go over there and show some love and subscribe to her channel so that we can, because that's the purpose of me having people in here, is we're sharing each other's channels, turning this into I think it's turning into a great community, because all of us little guys are doing things together, which is a great thing to me. And I get to know new people and make new friends. And yeah, you know, it's been fun getting to know new people. So come on in and sit down and let's sew together.
And right now I am involved with Mona and Deb S. and Michelle and a couple, Donnell. We're participating in the Christmas in July collab. It's an ornament collab. Mona is hosting it, and there's several content creators that are doing videos for ornaments, and then there will be a semi-finalist from each channel chosen and a grand prize winner on August 1st. So if you come on over, I have the links for all the channels. You can find out some information and maybe win your prize. Win your little giveaway.
Yep, that would be wonderful.
Did you watch it, Michelle? Yeah, those penguins are so cute. I watched yours, and I think you should just send me an angel just because, whether I win or not.
Hey, do we have any of those stars left that you made from the box straps? I thought we still had some. Or did I give them all away?
You might have.
Oh, we need to make some new ones then.
All right.
Hey, Pat Boo, and so Terry. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Terry. Hey, Joe. Hey, Michelle. Okay, well, let me get started on sewing the next part of this.
Yeah, the those origami swans were a little difficult. They were not cooperating. I had to starch the heck out of them.
I'll be right back, you guys. I'm going to show y'all something. Yep. Leave that right there. I'll come back.
Alrighty then. I'm just going to continue to iron. If you weren't here earlier, I am working on a crazy quilt quilt that uses a layer cake. I'm using Lori Holt crazy quilt paper. It is like freezer paper. You iron it on and you cut on the lines. That's the hardest part. Everything else, when you sew it, goes really, really quick. And it's actually, you can get it cut, sewn, and quilted in a weekend. If you have a full weekend where it's raining or you're just staying in the house and you're looking for a real quick project, comes together really quickly.
What'd you do with the star? Since we brought up Christmas ornaments, let me show you something real quick.
Okay.
When Nikolai's at sea, you know, on boxes when they're shipped, they put these plastic bands on the outside of the boxes when they're, you know, if they carry weight.
Mm-hmm.
So these bands are also used on the outside of shrimp boxes when they're inside the factory part of the ship. So when they get the boxes prepped, they band them.
Mhm.
Nick like takes bands and he makes these three-dimensional stars out of them.
Hey, Luane, I'm glad you're in here.
And then you
I'm
can
so
just hang them
glad
on the
that you're
tree.
doing. I'm so glad that you're doing much better. I watched your video the other day, and you're looking good, healing well.
Hi, Luane. Anyway, he makes these and then I send them out and give them to everybody. And the other thing is I learned how to make these are Norwegian heart ornaments, and they have like a handle on them. And you normally make them out of paper, and they hang them on the trees. And when they're hanging on the trees, they put candy in them. So all I got to do the only thing I have left to do with this one, because this is made from fabric, is to get the handle on it. But this is what it looks like.
That's pretty.
And that's what the inside looks like.
That's really pretty.
So they're fun to make these. I just don't know that I had time to try to make a video of making it because it takes time to make the whole thing. Because you're putting a stiff interfacing inside of it to make it stiff. So that does take more time.
Or you could do a tutorial on it and just pause for the long parts.
This is true. Maybe I'll do one when I sit down and when I get my sewing area back. Maybe I don't know. I may not be getting my sewing area back.
Well, I think it's been a year now since your little fiasco, hasn't it been?
It'll be a year at the end of October.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time. It's been an ongoing issue for you.
So it's November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Now we're in July, so it's almost 9 months. Luane says, hi, Katie. Hope you're feeling better. Hey, Nikolai, nice Lego pile. Hey, Lisa, and all my awesome quilting friends. How are you feeling, Luane? And thank you. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not over it, but I am doing better.
Hi, Luane.
At least I don't have pneumonia. Thank God. And Michelle says, Katie, that is a neat idea for those straps. Yeah, I took some to the Christmas bazaar, not last year, but the year before, and I sold all of them. It was hilarious. I sold them for 20, wasn't it 20 kroners a piece? Something like that. Yeah. And a lot of people bought them because, you know, they're unique, even though they're made out of plastic bands that you use for shipping things with.
And they'll last forever too.
Yeah, they'll last forever, short of getting melted in a fire. Andrea says, I tore my cornea this morning and I am having a hard time seeing the chat. So if I do not see anyone, that is why. I think I will just watch for now so I can make my screen larger. I'm so sorry to hear this, Andrea. I hope everything's going to be okay with that.
I'm sorry, Andrea. I guess even if closed caption was on, that wouldn't help. And you want to rest those eyes anyway.
I already run closed caption for her because she's yeah, because she's hearing impaired. That's what it is. I hope no one gets offended when they see me eating.
I am, because you're supposed to share with your guest.
You want some soup? Here, I'll serve it. It's chicken and pork soup. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. So we need to sew 4 C's to 4 A's.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I was just talking to the little one.
She over there grunting?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised. I wondered where she was at because she's not underneath the desk sleeping.
Go, good. Good.
You Yesterday, Coda turned 10 years old. He's officially a 62-year-old dog.
Oh man.
Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sewing. This is C, and I will be sewing it to A, and I need to sew 4 of those together. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 4 of them out and get them ready to go. I'm sorry I'm so slow here. So while we're waiting on people to ask Lisa some questions, what are y'all working on, or what have you been working on over the past few days?
Hey, Mitzi from Southwest Georgia.
Hello, Mitzi. Charlotte says, yummy, Greenland. Luane, have you been able to work on anything? Or are you still just in conveyance mode? Convalescent mode is what I meant. Sorry. I don't know why that came out with part of a word.
I think we understood you.
Yeah. I'm going to blame it on brain fog.
Brain fog.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all see those enormous mosquitoes in the video from the lake?
Yeah, but we have some huge mosquitoes here in the South.
I know, but I don't know. You know, normally in Florida, we get chewed on by all of them, the males and the females. Here it's just the females that are so big that chew on you. I don't know what males eat, since they don't bite us. They're there for one thing only, I think. But they sure was a lot. It was weird when I first got down there to the water. There was hardly any flying around. I mean, I knew they were there because all you had to do was turn around and not face the wind, and they would flock all over you. But there wasn't that many. But as soon as they got a whiff of me and him and the dogs, we got messed. We were like pounced on. It's like, uh-oh, they smell fresh meat.
So I like to tell my husband I think the mosquitoes over here are attracted to me because I'm the only one that ever gets bitten when I'm outside, and I always tell him that I guess the mosquitoes wanted Chinese takeout. So they got tired of the Southern food and wanted to just munch on a little Asian food.
The mosquitoes only last about, like, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe, and then there's days where, like, if we have, it's a little bit chillier than usual and it's a little bit breezy, or it could be breezy but not chilly, and the mosquitoes like disappear as soon as the wind comes. It's very weirdest thing I've ever seen. In Florida, they don't go anywhere even if there's winds. So these are different kind of mosquitoes, I guess.
Interesting.
And they don't carry disease, which is the other thing.
So they don't carry malaria and stuff?
No, I mean, not even heartworm disease for dogs. We don't have to have our animals on any kind of prevention for heartworms or anything. They don't even have fleas and ticks here.
That's interesting.
Yep, makes my day. I don't have to spend money on insecticide for that. Especially heartworm prevention when you have the, big dogs. Because it's expensive for big dogs. And I used to have 6 German Shepherds at once, and that got costly. I ended up going to the feed store and just buying a bottle of ivermectin and using a needle to give it to them that way, because it was cheaper than going to the vet and getting it for 6 different dogs and pay $100 a whack per month.
So when you had those 6 German Shepherds, how did you deal with their fur?
They lived outside. They weren't house dogs.
Oh, well, my German Shepherd is a house dog. He's, you know, he can't tolerate the heat, so he has to be inside.
Well, mine had a swimming pool in the backyard. They also had a big, huge area where they basically had turned it into a big, huge mud hole that I kept wet all the time. And yeah, because one German Shepherd wrecks our house with dog hair here in Greenland. I can't imagine having 6 of them in the house. I would just go crazy.
Where's your mug?
My what?
Your mug, your cup.
Right here.
Knowing you.
But now if it was going to be 18 degrees for 12 hours straight outside, meaning minus 0 degrees, on a long hard freeze, then I brought them all in and put them in the garage.
Okay.
Because the garage was warm enough that we had, we'd always leave the door open, and I would put a gate up, and some of the heat would go into the garage, so I didn't have to worry about that. And I also brought them in during things like tropical storms or hurricanes or bad weather, and I had one that I would have to crate, because as soon as he heard thunder, he would go stark raving mad, and he would literally hurt himself by crashing into the wall. So I had to keep him crated. But yeah, I did things outside that kept them from overheating. Yeah, I'm about to eat some of it. I know it's getting cold. I need to hurry up and eat it.
Wayne, that was too funny. What type of hot sauce? I need to eat some of that.
Mitzi wants to know, is it too cold here? Are you talking about here in Greenland or where Lisa is?
Well, it's definitely not where I am.
Well, no, but North Florida gets, yeah, but I know Georgia probably gets cold like North Florida does. But right during the summer months, it's not cold. Right today, it was 58 degrees. It would probably have been warmer than that if we weren't socked in by ice right now. We're still socked in by ice.
See, 58 degrees is called fall in Georgia.
Well, yeah. 58 degrees is yummy weather. It doesn't feel like 58 though. To answer Mitzi's question about where the dogs are. Okay. It doesn't really get, if I had to compare North Florida in January to January here, I used to say that they're about the same temperature. The only time they're not is when we get what is called a bitterruck, which is a wind from the north, and that will drop it down to like minus 54 degrees Celsius, which is really cold. And I can tell that when we take the dogs out for potty patrol, that when it's like that, they don't even want to be out there because it makes their feet hurt. But they cannot do their business in my house. But yeah, so that's the only time I ever experienced a problem with either one of them. And it's mostly Nora because she's closer to the ground. And I notice she has more foot problems than Coda does. But but it's only when the wind has dropped the temperature that much. Mitzi, I agree. I think it's too cold for fleas and ticks here. And the only kind of bugs, which surprises me because we have mosquitoes. But the other thing we hardly have any kind of bugs. We have like midges, mosquitoes. What's that other little bug, honey? There's one other one.
Flies. House flies.
Oh, those big old, an enormous house flies. And all of them last like about 6 weeks and then poof, they're gone.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that nature has a reason for them to be the way they are here, because when the mosquitoes are here, so are a certain kind of seabird. And there's little mini islands all over the place inside the lake, little rock islands kind of like. And I think that they mate and nest there and raise their young there, and they feed off all those mosquitoes. And then once the mosquitoes is gone, a few weeks later, all those birds that been congregating out there are gone also. I think they're kind of smart birds, because it would, we have foxes, and I think that a fox would have to get in the lake and swim to them to even get any of their babies. They don't really have any other predators, right, babe?
Except for the polar bear.
Well, the polar bears don't come here.
Well, fox and wolves.
We don't have wolves here either.
Oh, yeah.
Those are more north, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna come south again.
No one's just seen one here.
Yeah. They're rare to see them.
And polar bears get shot if they don't go away. We've had quite a few polar bears down here this go around, though. Someone took a photo the other day of a polar bear mama with her baby, and her baby was really young. He was a very small little cub, and she was walking right by somebody's house, and I'm like, great, they're going to shoot her
And the pup.
and the baby. She was out looking for food. Let me see what I missed in the chat. You guys don't have any questions for Lisa? Not one? Everybody must know what you're about, huh, Lisa?
I don't know, or they might just not care. So,
well, let's hope that's not the case.
Or they're just purring to make some questions for you.
That could be. They might be want to wait a while. I don't know. Hi, Judy. How are you? I am so excited to know that there's so many who live in Georgia. So the next time I come, we're going to have to plan a get together when I'm up seeing, Thomas. Unless Thomas ends up here.
Come together.
They may end up here if we can't figure things out.
Katie, what time is it over there?
I am 3 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So currently it's 7:34 p.m.
Okay.
So Greenland is part of North America. So that's why there's not that big, huge time difference between Eastern Standard Time and Greenland. And since they did the weird change with the time and everything, so we used to be just 2 hours ahead, but we're 3 now. But we're 3 hours behind Europe instead of 4. They tried to, I guess, make it even or something. Some claim that the new time change disrupts their rhythm with the sun, but to me, I don't see what difference it makes because the sun shines all day anyway.
Well, I think if you work, your body, has to adjust to that.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't work and you you just kind of rise when the sun rises and go to sleep when it gets dark, it's not a problem. But if you're having to do it off a clock schedule, that time difference can really, all that changing of the time can really mess with your body.
Yeah. It's hard for me to tell what time of the day it is here,
Summertime, yeah.
especially in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's called, and I've been down at the harbor taking pictures of the icebergs at 1 o'clock in the morning, and not even realize it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm also a night owl, so it's not unheard of to be awake at that time of the night. I used to be a good sleeper, and then when my son was so sick after I had him,
Hey, Katie.
Yeah.
You need to get rid of a Jose 360.
Yo, dude, that is so rude.
He's chronic.
Is there a way to block him?
You should be able to block him on the YouTube side.
Somebody just put something in big caps. What was that? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a moderator in here today. Wow, I need to make another moderator, I guess. I asked a couple of people and they turned me down, so I only have like 2 or 3 people. Teresa's gone, so yeah. I deleted, and I think I've hid him now.
You need to report him too, because he makes the rounds.
Okay, okay. So harassment and bullying, right?
I think it's inappropriate.
Well, I see unwanted pornography, child abuse, hate speech, promote terrorism, harassment.
So his is unwanted. Unwanted. Because it will eventually go there.
Okay. All right, done. I think. I went too fast, I think.
That's the second time.
That's the second time with him?
Different person. Second, two different lives that he somewhat popped like that.
Oh, okay. Is there anyone in this channel who wants to be a moderator to help me? I'm not trying to put pressure on anyone, but if you're up for it, I'll make you a moderator.
I can't do it because I generally can't make your lives. I can just lurk. This schedule just worked because I took a day off of work, or I took a couple of days off. So I was able to join you today.
Michelle says she can. She said, I volunteer, but I can't always be at every live. That's fine. I need to make, I guess, put like 5 or 6 people on as moderators, and then those that can be here or do show up can be here just in case. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add Michelle. You said you could if you were around, but you're usually not around.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I normally lurk because
I never see you.
I do not get off work until about 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Okay, Deb, I'll put you on here also. There's a couple in here that said they would do it to keep the trolls away. You don't have to do anything other than if you're here, you're here. If you're not, I'm not saying please. Don't think I'm trying to force you to do it. That's not the goal here. Okay. I have pressed the pieces that needed to be sewed together. So now we're going to sew these to those little blocks I showed you earlier. Hi, Lori.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, have you rescheduled with Rob and Janice yet?
I'm about to do that. I've been in talking to Sean, because this is both of our projects together that we're doing this, because he's doing it every other month and I'll do it every other month. But since we had to cancel June, we're just going to reschedule it for the end of July, and I'm going to get with all of them again. And I think we're going to make some slight changes to the activities in the live. But it'll be fun what we're coming up with. I will get, as soon as I have a chance to talk to Sean again, maybe me and him can go on a short live and explain how it's going to, how we're not changing it. We're just going to make it more interesting. But the first one will still be me with the ones that I was originally going to do. I'm hoping Wayne will feel better by the end of July, where he can come up. So there's that also. So hopefully that'll, come to fruition where we can get him back with us. And I'm hoping, if not, we'll have to get another person. But the idea is to take smaller channels, all of us small channels, and we're going to make a fun thing out of it.
Okay, that sounds. I was looking at that while I was waiting for it to come out, and I think you were sick, so you had to cancel.
Yeah, I had to cancel it because we was down to one. That was just me and John, or Rob, sorry. And yeah. I'm feeling a little bit better, Lori. I still have like some stuff in my head and in the back of my throat, but at least it hasn't migrated to my lungs. So and I'm not having problems with my asthma too much. It was mostly I couldn't breathe in my head. My head was so like somebody put a pillow over my face or something.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. It was your fault. It was all your fault. You brought it home. It's all your fault. It's not his fault. No, it's okay, Mitzi. I got it fixed, and I selected a couple people. They can also help. Yeah. I thought I blocked him, but guess not, because he was able to say one more darn thing. Why do people do this? What's the fun of it? I don't understand this. Why they come in just to do that? Is it so they can shock you?
No comment.
Okay. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going to sew the new part of the block onto the other part of the block, and I'll show you what the first one looks like here in just a minute. Okay, he used a different name. He came in under a different name, which means he knows I don't have my
moderator.
No, it means I don't have my channel set for only subscribers, but I don't want it to be subscribers only because, that's cutting other people off that you might end up as a subscriber.
You can go in and block him.
Yeah, I just put timeout on him. I guess that's what that's called. I thought I had already did that. But I guess well, they said he changed his name, so he must be really desperate to want to come in here and stir up trouble.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
They are only timed out, Terry says. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm lining up my center seam, and I want to make sure that I have it lined up, but I also want to make sure that I don't accidentally cut the point off on the one, because on one side of this there's a point, and I don't want to lose that point, so I have to be careful and make sure I'm consistent with my 1/4 inch seam going down the side of this block. Mona says most people don't mind waiting 10 minutes to chat, but you have to wait 10 minutes. You can only chat though if you're a subscriber. If you don't subscribe, you get to sit there and not get to say anything. And I noticed that there's 75% of my viewership is of people who are not subscribed to my channel, which is an interesting number. That's a high number of people who watch my lives or watch my videos who are not subscribed. So I can't imagine cutting them off where they can't talk. Okay, I'm about to show you this first one, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. All right, let me get it pressed out so you can have a look at it. So do you have any interesting projects coming up soon, Lisa?
Beside the ornament project, I'm really kind of slowing down this summer. I have 3 charity quilts that I need to complete. I need to complete the quilting on, and then I'm working on some this and that projects.
Uh-oh, I think somebody asked about Thomas and Blaze. Hang on a minute. I got to go backwards. I think it was Wayne.
Deb, I'll get to your question here in a minute.
Where? Wayne, can you read? Oh, here it is. Katie, how is your son and grandson? And yes, it's okay to ask. And they're not in California. They're in Georgia. They moved from California to Georgia back in December. Right before Christmas, he made that long drive to Georgia from California. So here's where we are on everything. He is currently under a program called Pathways. Pathways is a program for people who have a family, who's homeless, but also suffers from depression and different kind of mental illnesses. Thomas suffers from depression, and he also he has PTSD, and he also has 2 types of anxiety. And a lot of this is because of what happened to us when his dad passed away. That triggered, or that created more problems. So it's been an ongoing thing, and I think depression must run on that side of the family. I mean, I suffer from depression too, but mine was created from trauma. Not I don't think it's the same type as what his dad suffered from and that he's suffering from. It's a different kind. But anyway, they're under Pathways, and right now they are in, listen, you guys, they're in #1 housing position for housing. We just don't know how long they're going to have to wait for a 2-bedroom apartment to come open to be placed. So that's where they are on that. So that's why they're still in a hotel, is because, you know, we're waiting. He's still looking, he's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing. It's just, it's, I don't have a reason why things are not working out, I guess is the word I'm looking for. There's a lot of people needing help these days, I think.
So Deb, I'm going to go back to your question. This quilt here, I completed 2 years ago, and I did not want to straight line quilt it. So I put it up and I said that I was going to quilt it when I taught myself how to free motion quilt. And I came across it the other day when I was cleaning my sewing room. So I ironed it out. It's hanging up to remind me that I need to go ahead and get that quilted. But yeah, it was one of the, and it's a Lori Holt block.
Janice is here? I didn't see you. Okay, I'm backtracking for a minute. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Charlotte said she had to subscribe today. What did you have to subscribe to, Charlotte? My group or something else? I don't know who you're talking about. Mona says she still hasn't done clue 4 or 5. Well, that makes 2 of us. Hey, Janice, how are you? I'm glad to see you. Okay. And hello, Garden Quilt and Art Show. And hello, Giovanna.
Hello, everybody that I'm missing because I can't really see.
And Mitzi also said something. What was it she said? Chat's moved by too fast already. Sending prayers for your son and grandson. Thank you, Mitzi. And they are in Georgia. Someone asked where. They're in Carrollton, which is in Carroll County. So they're about, I think they're about an hour away from Atlanta, maybe somewhere, maybe a little bit longer. Hello, Bronca, or is that Branca? Robin says, Heart, what is Nico working on?
Train.
Want to show them? Do you have a picture of what the train looks like?
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, okay.
Instructions manual already got the picture.
Okay.
Train.
Laura says, I just got caught up on my PMQ Tree of Life this morning, but Clueless 6 should be arriving in the next week or so. Yep. I still have clues missing from my heart. My Hope one. 3, 4, and 5 now. So I don't know what's going on. Golly, these people.
What?
Another troller.
Your mods are on it. They're zapping them really good.
They're on a roll today. They usually don't even come in here and bother me. This is so stupid.
Probably because they're bored.
Yeah, they don't have a life.
Yeah.
Dev says it's the same guy, just changing his name. He must have nothing better to do than make new whatever you call them, accounts.
Keep going on.
Yeah. I guess I could. I don't know how to do it, but I guess I could change it to just subscribers, but I don't want to do that. Mitzi, I don't even have that set to be on because I didn't want to keep non-subscribers from being able to talk. Because I noticed in my stats, my analytics, that there's about 75% of the viewers who are not subscribers. And, you know, I don't want to devoice them just because they're not subscribed. But I might have to tonight if this keeps on going on. I don't know exact. Is there a setting somewhere where that's at? Moderation activity, community moderation. Nope, I don't see it there. Where do you set subscriber only at?
It's on this. The second tab in your studio.
Oh, you have to go back to studio?
Yeah, you have to do it from your studio.
Oh, all right. Let me go look, you guys. Let's go to studio. So it's in studio under what? Settings?
Yes, it's in settings, and I think it's the second option on the drop down on the left-hand side. But I can't really be sure because I can't get into mine right now.
Okay, it's fine. I'm looking.
And then it'll be all the way at the top of the page.
Yeah, I don't see it. Let me see. Moderation, automatic filters. I'll have to do research to figure out how to do it, you guys. We'll just have to live with it tonight. I don't want to waste time trying to find it. I know, Giovanna, it might get me more subscribers, but it also might cost me the ones that are not subscribed, because the subscriptions are great once you hit 1,000, but the viewership numbers is what really matters.
So I keep my I'm a really small channel, and I keep my subscriber option on, and it's a personal preference, but I just kind of want to keep the people that are subscribing safe.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, because we were on another live or watching another live, or it happened to another channel, and those people were coming in and cloning the people that were commenting. They were cloning their information, and then would try to pose as themselves. So I keep it on subscriber mode only to keep my subscribers safe.
Donnell posted how to set it. Where did Donnell post how to set it? In the chat itself? Oh, okay. Katie, the setting is under customization setting on YouTube. You would mark as subscriber only, and for however long that they have to be to customization. All right, I'm gonna go look, you guys. Don't look like I'm gonna get any sewing done today. All right, let me go look for that. Settings. Under settings, there isn't a customization. I see general, channel, upload defaults, permissions, community, creator demographics, promotions, and agreements.
Now you have to go into your YouTube when you're in your YouTube studio.
I'm in studio.
You need to edit your live.
Oh, I have to edit the live.
So you have to click on that edit button, so that way that subscriber mode only and everything pops up.
Oh. Participant mode. Who can send messages? Okay, I found it.
Yeah, it shows that you have it for 10 minutes or longer.
Okay, I got it, you guys. Sorry about that.
That's right, Luane. She did it. She did it.
Yeah.
Somebody complaining about it, you could just blame the troller.
I've just got it set, babe. They should keep them out now, hopefully.
Oh,
It's weird that I'm having trouble with them tonight. Used to see that all the time on IRC. They'd come in and troll the channel. You know what the biggest thing they used to do in an internet relay chat channel is they would come in and they would have this script that they would share into the chat itself, and it would flood you out of the channel. That's how big of a script it was, and it would just knock everybody out of the channel. And they were doing it so that they could try to take over the channel. Until someone learned how to set the bot to prevent it from happening anyway. Each time you go live, set the time for however long you want. Plan on being live. Okay. Now the annoying trolls will stay out, Joy T says.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a troll.
You are not a troll. You're so funny, my love. I think you liked being in that private channel as much as I did when we first met.
Yeah.
Because that's how we met, was through that channel.
But I don't troll though.
So he was trolling you. He was stalking you.
No, when he first joined the chat, in fact, we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we, honey?
Yeah.
We were talking about how, he'd be in the middle of talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly I disappeared. My computer was there, but I wasn't.
Interesting.
And it was because I would get up and take care of a kid. And then completely forget to go back. I stopped doing that after a while because my friend Melanie says, I just love when I'm talking to you and you just up and disappear.
Yeah, she had done that a lot.
And Nikolai, I'll tell you, I did that to him a lot too. I would just up and disappear and not say nothing. And it was because I got interrupted by kids.
Distracted.
Katie, did you get your Liberty box yet? No, ma'am, I have not. It has been mailed though. And I'm probably going to give since I already know what's in the box, I'm probably going to give away the panel. I'll probably give it as a prize, like a door prize in one of the lives or something. I ordered two Liberty boxes, and I'm going to keep the fabric out of them, but I don't really care to have the panel. Because I did that for a reason. I have been thinking about working on last year. I still have last year's Liberty boxes. Uh-oh, that's not lined up. That one's fine, but this one isn't. Oh, no. Gonna have to fix it. Okay, I missed something. Donnell says she's finally off of work. Sylvia says I did stage stuff. Stalkers are. I did stage stuff. Stalkers are scary. Mitzi says I got a lot of chat and sexual messengers. I never get any of that stuff in Messenger. I didn't know where it was coming from. I think I blocked them all now. It was probably those trolls. Luane says, but which language did he use? Laugh out loud. Who, Luane?
Nikolai, you were talking about when he was talking to you.
Oh. It was pretty funny when we first met each other face to face, and you know, me get used to how he would use his English, because that, you know, they learn European or British English, right?
Yeah. So
the British English is a lot different than American English.
Well, I met my husband. I used to be his boss.
What kind of boss?
He was in the military and he had a part-time job, and I managed the place that he was working at, or his part-time job. I was the manager over there. And so I was actually his manager.
Oh, cool.
And that was when we lived in Bermuda.
Did y'all see that big, pretty Category 5 hurricane satellite picture?
Sure did.
My goodness, that eye was just amazing to look at. I feel bad for everybody, but it sure was pretty while it blasted.
I actually like hurricanes.
Me too. I have this little saying that hurricanes are Mother Nature when she wants to take her sweet time cleaning house. And tornadoes are when Mother Nature's really angry and wants to hurry up and get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see one from distance.
I would like to see one from a distance too, but I think it'd scare the tar out of me. But
what, a hurricane? A hurricane?
No, a tornado. A hurricane? I wish I could be on one of those hurricane hunter planes, just so I could go to see the inside of the eye of the hurricane. I think that would be the coolest thing ever.
It ain't fun out in the sea when it's hurricane.
No, I know it isn't, babe. Y'all get bad weather at sea too. I get that it knocks you around like a cork. They have an interesting way of battling bad wind that makes waves. During the winter months, they'll go sit in the ice with the boat, because with the ice, the wind's not knocking the boat around. Right, honey?
Yep.
You're not getting all those, what do you call those waves?
Rogue waves?
Yeah, those rogue wave things that like to wash over the top of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
By sitting in the ice, they're avoiding it.
Staying inside the ice.
Yep. Or they flee to the fjord.
Yep, but that's rarely though.
Yeah, I know you don't do that very often.
You cannot do that if you're in a long working land. Last time we were in the East Coast, we were fishing near where the HMS Hood sank.
They still haven't found that ship though.
They have found it.
They did find
Hi,
it.
Garden Quilt and Art Show. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Have a good one, Garden Quilts. What's your name? Oh, Auntie Ellen.
Must be Ellen.
Ellen. Okay, Miss Ellen.
Auntie Ellen. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the name was. Should have asked that earlier.
So do y'all have plans for the 4th? Well, not you, Katie, but
well, I'm gonna put my flag out tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Nikolai will go put it up on the flagpole. But outside of that, I'm not doing anything.
We put ours up already. Y'all have big plans in the chat for the 4th?
Me?
Yeah, I'm asking the people in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my flag up. If I remember to do it anyway.
Yeah, so Terry, I don't think I wouldn't want to be in a tornado. I've been in several hurricanes. Always with caution. I've evacuated when I've been told to evacuate.
Us Floridians are tough stuff. We don't run when a hurricane comes. Unless it's really going to be a bad one.
Well, if you live on a small island,
You would run, yeah.
yeah, you need to evacuate.
Yep.
We were hit with a category, I think it was a category 4 when I lived in Bermuda, and Bermuda is a very small island.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's no place to run to. So you pretty much had to hunker down, and the military moved all their planes. So there was no planes left on the base.
That's
Does Bermuda have mountains?
You can't really call it mountains. No, it's not like Hawaii. It's not mountainous like Hawaii is.
Okay.
But there's hills that most of the roadways are carved into.
Yeah. Well, I knew Jamaica had big mountains and it would rip some of the storm apart.
No, it's and it doesn't even have, it has a coral reef surrounding most of the island, so there's no waves or anything in Bermuda.
Okay.
It's
I've never
pretty.
been there, so I don't know. Need this right this minute. I don't know why I put it back in there.
Yeah, category 4 or 5 tornado is really scary. I like to look out to see the sky when they say that there's a tornado near. But as soon as the sirens come on, I leave. I go and stay in my safe spot. I listen to Ryan Hall, y'all.
You know, those sirens are weird. When I first moved here, there's every Wednesday at noon, right?
Yep.
That siren goes off, and the first time I heard it, I was like, "What the heck is that?" He says it's a siren. I said, "For what?" His answer, "I don't know."
they're testing the sirens here every Wednesday at noon.
So now, almost 13 years later, guess who doesn't hear it at all? I never hear it. So if there was a really an emergency, I would be screwed. My brain has like turned it off.
Well, my husband can't hear the siren in town.
It's pretty loud here. What is it? 3 different speakers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're strung out through town. I mean, it's just I don't hear it. It's like and I think that comes from all the other places when my parents bought a house, they bought a house that was like 2 miles away from the small airport. And at that small airport is some big hangars that fix commercial jets. And so it wasn't unheard of to hear a C-130 sitting on the runway while they were testing engines. And it's pretty loud when they're doing that. But eventually you get where you don't even hear any of that noise from out there. Your brain just kind of like tunes it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you I'm going to have to do this again. No. Do I want to leave it or do I want to fix it? It should be okay. I'm going to leave that one. Okay. We had metal curtains when I lived in Corpus Christi, Texas for hurricane protection. they were showing graphics of how hot the water was were in the Caribbean and in the Gulf. The water is really superheated right now. But I also saw that there was a plume of sand coming off the Sahara Desert, so it may not be another one for a little while. 90% of the people in my building now ignore the fire alarm as we are so used to it going off due to people cooking. Yeah. It's tricky with our brains, it just, you get desensitized and then you don't even notice.
As you see, you cannot ignore that.
Nikolai says at sea they can't ignore it.
Bye, so Terry.
Bye, Terry.
If you ignore it, it's Qaqortoq with you.
18 feet of water in her home. Oh my God. That's bad. Patty says we had a siren like that, Katie. It was the siren for the fire department. Test at noon test at noon every day, small town. Yeah, it only tested once a week. It may have been a siren. Maybe they put them in when the military was the United States military was here way back then. They may have put those sirens in, I guess, for military reasons, maybe. Or air raid siren or something. I don't know. I guess.
Or fire.
Or fire, like Nikolai said.
Mm-hmm.
But those fire alarms are different that we've heard around town.
Yeah.
It's not the same as that siren.
Before they get more advanced here, they used to, when there's a fire, they just press the button, the alarm, then fire department knows which area having some issues. Then the first responder drives there, the boss, mainly the boss goes there. The fire department just up.
Oh, okay.
That way they know if it is true or false, just fire.
Here, if you want to get law enforcement to your house after, 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 4? Huh?
4 o'clock.
After 4 o'clock, it's really probably won't happen. When Nikolai was in Denmark, I had took the dogs out for the bathroom, and I could see people were standing in the road watching something go on behind one of the apartments that's across the road from us. And I could hear glass being broken. And I said, and I thought, what is that? And one of the guys was walking toward me. I said, is that breaking glass I hear? He says, yeah, somebody's breaking somebody's window in one of the apartments. And I said, did anybody bother to call the police department? We did, but they haven't bothered to show up. So someone was vandalizing someone's apartment. And the cops didn't come. Hope they never regret ignoring that fire alarm, says Sylvia. The nuclear plant was right next to the army plant that had the largest amount of munitions in the country. I would hate to see all that blown up. Oh my gosh, that would be bad.
That would be
Terry, so devastating, and PTSD is very real. Yes, it is very real. I suffer from it for different reasons. Unfortunately, when people say just get over it, they have no idea. Yeah, Laura, that's because they are uneducated people. You do not get over PTSD. It stays with you for the rest of your life. You just learn how to cope with it.
Yep.
And when it gets triggered, you're there to ride it out.
Like the one that I scare you one time when I make a call to you.
Yeah,
That you've been hit by another boat.
that was definitely not cool.
Last year, another ship hit us. Sailed into us, where they make a hole into us.
Can y'all hear him okay? Give me a heart if you can hear Nikolai okay. He's telling you a story. You might have to turn your mic on and unmute mine.
No, let it run. I think we can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, good part is that we have just had a shift exchange between the ships when another boat hit us with 8 to 12 knots speed. Make one heck of a havoc with us. No fun at all. Makes a huge hole on the side of the boat that we have to stop everything from fishing and sail straight to Nuuk. Crap out of us, big time.
That ship was back in the news again. That ship's been in and out of the news lately. Apparently that company's still making money despite all of that.
Yeah. What do you want, girl? What is it? I'm not gonna pick you up, girl. No, siree.
Okay, I'm about to show you guys this finished part. All right. Oops. I had to make 4 of these. So now this is what it looks like. Missy says, I have PTSD so bad I could not watch fireworks without my husband holding me for over 20 years. Yep, I understand.
Then you don't have to live here, Missy. Not here. You're
Yeah.
using big ones here.
Yep, it takes all I can to just deal with it.
Well, you can tell us about that. On your first visit here.
Yeah, I never seen such big fireworks before. Other than government kind. Denise says, I have to go. We'll watch the replay. Everyone have a safe 4th. Happy 4th of July, Denise. Cindy
Denise.
Happy 4th of July.
And Cindy Slurette, Giovanna. See you tomorrow. Probably one of the channels. Laura says, I think that is why my husband and I stopped celebrating July 4th. We have a neighbor who suffers from PTSD. Our neighborhood spends thousands of dollars blowing stuff up and he suffers. Yep. I didn't know I had PTSD myself until almost several months later when 4th of July rolled around and fireworks were going off and I was having issues. And when I was in the process of seeing a mental health person for the stuff because of the death of my husband. And I went in and I told her, I said, fireworks were going off the other day and I felt like somebody was kicking me in the chest. And she says, that's part of PTSD. And I didn't even know that. I mean, they had been treating me for a little while before she really come right out and said that that's what I had. Take it easy, Giovanna.
Bye, Giovanna.
See you later.
Do you guys get together on the 4th as a big family, or what do you do for the 4th?
Who?
You.
Oh, it's just my husband and I. My daughter lives a couple of hours away, and she works with EMS. She does not get that day off, so it's really hard for her to travel here. So no, we don't really get along, get around family, and I don't do the fireworks either.
I do.
I wish that they would do away with fireworks.
Well, I understand people wanting to celebrate, and it's a tradition, so I understand that. I just wish that they would cap when you could do the fireworks, give a time limit. So if it's going to be 4th of July, just 4th of July during, dawn to midnight or dawn to 10 or whatever. So there's some preparation time, especially if you have animals, like you said, people with PTSD in their families. So that way there's preparation. Over here, people get the fireworks and they just kind of set it off any old time, and you never know if it's gunshots in the distance. You're just never sure.
Yep. We have
So
that problem here.
I don't have a problem with fireworks. I just I wish that there were limitations when they could be set off.
I agree with you on that. Okay, now I've got that part done. We're going to start making flying geese, looks like. Again, more flying geese. Okay, so we need, this is B. Okay, so we need 4 Bs. So we're going to be making flying geese out of this square, this red triangle, which is B. Gonna be making 4 of them. Let me make sure I have 4 here. Yep, I do.
Luane, it doesn't bother my German Shepherd. Fireworks does not bother my German Shepherd, because when we had him when he was a puppy, we really trained him around loud noises. But the dog that stays outside, that does not like to come in, he will hide the whole time, but he doesn't like lightning either.
Usually dogs who are sensitive to thunder don't like fireworks either.
I'm sorry?
Usually a dog that doesn't like thunder or is scared of thunder will react to fireworks in the same way. It's the only difference between the two is one smells like gunpowder and the other smells like nitrogen, which is pretty close to how gunpowder kind of smells. I know with Coda, Coda's not a, well, actually neither one of them are afraid of them. Coda wants to run down the road and catch whoever's shooting them off.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to leash him because he would run down the road to see who it is doing it. What do you want, little one?
Probably, you know what.
Probably.
Cut it out. Enough.
You'd always give her just one piece and that'll keep her quiet.
Oh, really?
What time is it anyway?
You're right, Denise. There's always somebody who just doesn't want to follow the rules, and then of course nobody wants to enforce it. So
no, because then we're violating somebody's civil liberties.
But now I had so the very reason why I want limitations and I don't mind fireworks is the very reason why I want to limit the time, and that is because I had family members that were in World War II that did actually suffer from horrendous PTSD, where they lived on the streets. And then I'm old enough where my uncles were in Pearl Harbor when the bombs went off. So I understand all the celebratory and wanting to, do fireworks, but I also want it to be limitations. So.
I saw a video the other day of the new drone light show that Disney's coming up with, and it looks really cool. Who knows? Maybe they'll switch from fireworks to complete drone stuff.
Yeah, that drone's going to be overhead taking pictures of y'all.
Huh?
I said that drone's going to be overhead taking pictures of y'all, snapping it up, sending it to the great database in the sky.
How can it take pictures while it's making graphics from it?
Huh?
How can it take pictures of people if they're making creations out of using the drones? Can't possibly do both at the same time.
Oh, you can. Do you ever follow Elon Musk and see all the developments that they're doing?
No.
Yeah, so.
Why would I follow him?
I'm a little bit of a tech geek, so I follow stuff like that.
I can't imagine why Disney would want to take pictures of everybody watching their light show.
Huh?
I said, I can't imagine why Disney would want to take pictures of people watching their light show that's being used by drones. I don't understand.
I don't know. The same reason why everybody uses CCTV to document you walking into your doctor's office.
Well, that's because, well, yeah, we know why. You know, when I was in Denmark, sometimes I notice there's cameras everywhere, but here in Greenland, there isn't.
Only a few places.
Yeah, just a few places, like the bank has them, right?
Yeah.
The cameras they get me are the ones that are set up by the red lights, you know, the speeding or the traffic cameras.
Yeah.
And you'll never see a policeman. You'll just get a citation or a ticket in the mail saying that you were caught going 20 miles over the speed limit or that you did not stop for a red light.
I can actually see that about the not stopping at a stoplight.
Robin said Musk is awesome. I like Elon Musk. I'm not sure about Neuralink, but I like Elon Musk, and I like some of the places he's going. I know that he's very careful, and he is with AI, because AI is just wild anymore.
Yeah, I really wish they weren't doing that. It's going to be harder and harder to tell the difference between what is fake and what isn't.
Wayne, I saw the drone thing, but I think it was Amazon's drone, and I saw where it dropped it from 6 feet. So I'm hoping that it's not fragile boxes, deliveries that they're dropping, but I think that's, you know, some of y'all will be alive when it will just be natural to see drones stopping and taking pictures, just like those sci-fi movies we used to watch. Drones just stopping in front of you, taking a picture, and the drone is from the police department, or you know, I can't remember who it was, says that their spouse works from home and there was a camera on them all day long while they're working from home.
Oh no, that would suck.
You know, for productivity and everything else. So, and there's a lot of places that I know that part of working from home is you have to have a camera on you all the time, and that you have to log out when you need to take a break.
Okay, got the flying geese on one side. Just got to finish pressing open the seams. See you later, Joy T. Have a happy 4th. You too, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte. Oh, did Joy T leave too?
Yeah, she said
Hi, Joy T.
she had to run.
Run to the hills.
And how long are we going to?
Normally, let's see, we've been on an hour and a half now. I was gonna go to 9. Is that gonna be too long for you?
Well, what's 9? 2 hours?
8, 7, 6, 5. That's 2 hours, yeah.
Oh no, that's a little bit too long for me.
Because we've been going, we've been going an hour and a half right now. I was gonna go till 9 and then quit.
I do not think I can stay on that long because I do have to cook for my husband. You know, it's only supper time here, and I didn't make him any soup to eat. So I can hang out to 6 my time, so another 25 minutes, and I hate to do that to you.
No, that's fine because it's 8. I'm 3 hours ahead of you, so right now it's 8:30. Yeah, it just turned 8:30. Which
yeah, I have
if you
to
stay 30 more minutes, that's 9 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock your time.
Yeah, I have to feed the husband.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't gonna go past 9.
Okay.
Which is 6 your time. No, I'm trying to wean myself down. I'm trying to stop doing these 3-hour ones. Because I really don't know that it matters to stay on that long. Although I enjoy sewing, so you know, there's that.
I don't know, the long lives, people who do long lives, I normally keep them on in the background when I'm working, or if there's something else to watch, I'll watch a replay because I don't have to keep finding something to watch, and they're just on the background. But I rarely watch a full long live while it's live.
Yeah, I've been working on shortening mine. If I can keep it down to 2 hours, that's good enough.
Well, I just don't have the attention span for it, or I have things to do. You know, when you work 10 hours a day, Donnell, if you're on here, still on here, when you work 10 hours a day, I still have household things to take care of. And I wake up at 3 in the morning. So
yeah, that's something I don't have to worry about. So when I sew, there's a lot of times where I get started sewing and I don't stop until and not realize I haven't stopped until I've been doing it for like 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're in this, you know, if we were in the sewing room, you know, he could tell when I start getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to quit. It's time to stop. Really? But
Mm-hmm.
we haven't done a really long one because it's so crowded in here in this room. I don't, you know, sometimes I don't want to sit that many hours.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to turn the living room into a sewing room. Just get rid of the sofa.
Now, my husband actually works on Legos. I forgot which one he's working on right now.
Oh, cool.
And and the set that he bought was the faux Legos. It's a building, and it has so many pieces, and the pieces are so tiny.
Are you talking about the creator set?
I don't know who made. I bought them. I just don't remember who it was.
Yeah, because the creator set has the buildings and stuff, except for the ones that's labeled police or whatever.
Police station, you know.
And
well, I know, but you know what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Their creators is the creators, and what's the other one? The idea one that also does fancy little buildings.
Yeah, well, this is a cute little building. It has a pagoda. It has all those things. The pieces are really tiny,
It sounds like a creator
but
set.
they don't cost as much as Legos. You know,
Oh, they're
Legos
not
are,
Legos. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, Legos are really expensive. Now, I have purchased Lego sets for him, and he's worked on those. But some of those Lego sets, when they release one, it's like $400.
But anytime you lose a piece or a piece breaks, they replace it for free.
That's an expensive
And
piece to
and Legos will always have value. You know, they're not like the generic ones.
Well, he doesn't do it for the collection or anything. It's just a pastime hobby. My husband reads. He does a lot of manual labor during the day, so this is just a way that he can sit down, calm his mind if he's not
Yep.
reading. That, you know, keep his hands
That's
busy.
the same reason Nikolai does it. It's decompression.
So I presume that your husband is still in the military?
Oh no, he is a vet.
Okay.
He's classified as a disabled vet.
Okay. Well, I tried to tell him once that I have a Swivel Gustav rail cannon with me.
You need to write that in the chat so she can copy and paste it. Because if she tries to repeat it, she's not going to repeat it back the way you just did it.
Well, maybe she could just show her the video after when this is done.
What video?
Are you recording this?
No,
Right.
I don't record this.
Oh.
Bye, Mitzi. Have a good.
No, I mean, wait, let me rephrase that. We're not recording it because it's a live stream that's on YouTube.
I know.
So it will still be there.
I know.
You kept your chat, right? So the chat will show up once the replay
Yeah.
comes on.
So if you type it in the chat, she can show it to him later.
Oh, I will.
Because otherwise we'll have to say where at in the video what you just said is, and I don't even know where it's at. Anyway, it's a really big cannon.
It's a World War II gun.
And the only time I ever seen those, what he's talking about. Have you ever watched the movie War Horse?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when they're pulling these cannons up the mountain, side of a mountain, and the horses are pulling it up? It's a lot like that cannon, only way huger. I didn't even know they had such a thing. I'm like, that's scary just looking at it.
You said World War II?
Yeah.
World War
No,
II.
but my family had bullets that went through their home during Pearl Harbor.
You were in Hawaii when that happened? Your family?
Well, I'm from Hawaii. I was born and raised in Hawaii.
Okay.
So but yes, my family is from Hawaii, and they, my grandmother was in bed, and the bullet just missed her. So it launched in her bed frame, and they dug it out, and there were several other bullets from the spray. And because I did not live far from Pearl Harbor.
I can't even imagine being there and experience something like that.
But of course, I wasn't alive. I'm not that old. I'm old.
Well, I know you. Yeah, I know that. Most of the World War II veterans are almost gone, almost all of them now.
Well, my dad was actually drafted, and he's the youngest of 12 children. He was drafted, but just as he went into, I don't know where they were reporting to, the war ended, so he missed it, and he just died. He just passed away not too long ago, and he was 100 years old. So
start to see more and more 100-year-old people.
Yeah.
All right, I got these flying geese made, but I need to go press them, so I'll be right back.
After this,
Right.
we'll be right back. Just, I can't remember where I've seen that one. I mean, I have heard that commercial ad before. After this messages, we'll be right back.
Probably somebody's YouTube channel.
No, I think it's a TV show. I think it's a TV show or something. Or could it be The Price is Right or something like that? I'm not sure.
I don't know, babe. Maybe.
Nope.
Good night, Judy.
Any threat, Judy?
And Lisa, if you follow my wife's Facebook page, the Greenland Quilter, I can take the picture of it and show it there and tag you.
I don't have Facebook, Nikolai.
Okay.
But you can take a picture, and she has my email. She can always email me
All right.
a picture of it.
Or I could put it on the community page.
You could do that as well.
Yup. I don't think there's any rule that says I can't post a Lego. Well, it's not a Lego branded one because Lego doesn't do war machines. Okay, so here's what this particular flying geese looks like. So it's red with white. So the next one, I've got to keep an eye on the clock too. So I might have enough to do 4 more before we have to stop.
You got about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like 15 minutes.
Well, just because I'm going doesn't mean you can always extend it as long as you want to. It's your channel to finish your blocks.
Yeah, this is true, but 6/10 of the way to what? I don't know what that means. 6/10 of the way to 100. 100 what, Lorraine?
Your dad was in the Vietnam War. He would have been 85 years old this year.
Oh, wow.
That's about right. No, Robin, did he pass away in the Vietnam War? I don't know how old you are, so I'm sorry. Or I had a lot of cousins and family members and friends that were in the Vietnam War. And I remember living when I was in Hawaii, that there were demonstrations because of the Vietnam War.
I really don't understand why we were involved in that one.
Vietnam?
Yeah.
I think the U.S. tried to help the French people.
It had to do with them?
Yep, I think so.
I'm gonna say it's because, and this is just my frame of thinking. Sometimes people like to stick their nose in places where it just doesn't belong.
We used to be a country that didn't do that until World War II happened.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
World War II, we really didn't have a choice.
That's what I'm saying. They woke
yeah,
up
skirmishes were,
line.
and it was the same with World War I, but skirmishes were going on all over the place.
I mean, we were helping ship, military stuff to wherever, but we were staying out of it until Pearl Harbor happened, and then we got sucked right in. And we haven't stayed out of it since. I'm proud of our country that we don't have boots on the ground in the Ukraine, and Ukraine is doing it themselves, because I think that's a good way of handling this. I met some really nice Ukrainians last summer.
Mm-hmm.
They came on a Norwegian cruise ship, and when they were talking in English, I said, you don't sound like you're from Russia. Where are you from? He says, nope, we are Ukrainians. And I was like, wow. And they didn't get offended that I asked that question. I was glad because I didn't want to insult them. But, you know, it was so nice talking to them. They were really nice people.
Mm-hmm.
They were taking they fled Ukraine and were living in Italy or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has young children, and his children, the youngest one I think might have been maybe 6 or 7 years old, and then he had a couple that were getting close to their teenage years from what I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's the first time I think I guided a Ukrainian on a tour. But we do get a lot of German people here. A lot of people.
I believe it.
Yeah, quite a bit of stuff from Norwegian area. Lots of Americans. I like when the Americans come because I can make a ton of money off of them.
Tips.
Oh, because they tip.
Yes, they do. And they're pretty darn generous when they do it. I have made $400 in 3 hours before.
Mm-hmm.
All of it tips. And then I just save it for my next trip to the United States.
One day.
Yep. In one day. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For what? 3 hours of work or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe like 6 hours, I think.
It's pretty darn good. We haven't had any cruise ships because Greenland's got a bumper attached to the whole southern end of it. It's a bumper of ice, and cruise ships won't go through ice thicker than 2 meters. So
Wow.
all the cruise ships for June were canceled because of ice. And we still have that bumper down there, so I don't know how long it's going to last. So no worky for me. Really, Nora? Did you give him a treat?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you did or not. Right now I'm making red and blue flying geese. Patty, I know. I'm just glad we don't have, I'm glad we're doing it that way, Patty, not putting boots on the ground. Instead, just providing the arms they need. I think I prefer that much better.
Lorraine, you are correct.
Shut the door. No.
We have not fought a war for USA since World War II. All wars since we have fought for. You're right, Luane.
Oh yeah.
Patty wants to know how our son and grandson's doing. Everything's the same still. But him and his son's name moved up the list for housing, so now they're in #1 position for housing. So we'll see what happens with that. In the meantime, we still have to keep a roof over their head until something changes. Drywall, no. I found out yesterday that I was reading yesterday, as y'all know, well, some of y'all know about this, some of you don't. Nuuk, the capital of Greenland's airport, will When is this? The end of, isn't it supposed to be soon, honey?
In the butt you are.
Anyway, the next few weeks, the international airport's going to be changed to Nuuk. They started flights in May between Nuuk and Canada. So, but at the end of November, the in business sign, as you quote unquote call it, saying we are now International Airport of Nuuk will happen. And the airport, Qaqortoq, is going to be leased by the Norwegian and the United States military. They're going to use it for flying in jets, I guess. It was in the newspaper yesterday about it. And we already have, the United States already has an air base in Thule, which no longer is called Thule. It's now called Space Command.
Oh, and when we talk about Legos, Lisa, big figure.
Oh, look at that. I got my oldest grandson. He is now interested in Legos as well. And he's always calling me and saying he needs some Legos. And he's doing the car sets, you know, all those Lego cars.
So that means he probably likes Technics too then. Yeah.
Well, it's a good diversion because if it's not that, it's video games.
Yep,
Hi, Zaza. How are you?
Hey, Zaza.
And everybody. So, Katie, from the 2 hours that we have almost been on, I went ahead and cut my blocks.
Here, let me spotlight you so you can show them what you've been doing.
Okay, well, all it is, and I showed it earlier, is this crazy quilt paper. Lori Holt, and you use a layer cake.
Okay.
It is like freezer paper, and you can just iron it down, and you can cut 3, 4, 5, 6 layer fabric, pieces of fabric, and then it is pretty much a whack and stack, but it's a whack and stack that is easier to cut, and it's all the same size. All the pieces are the same size. So you just do a whole bunch of chain sewing. The finished block comes out to about 8.5. Sometimes you can squeeze it to 9, and then it's just a whole bunch of collage blocks. And so you can actually start it on a Saturday morning and quilt it, baste and quilt it by Sunday night.
Wow.
So you can actually do a quilt in a weekend. And it's a go-to. It's one of the go-to ones that I do when I have to do a quick charity quilt. Because I have layer cakes. And one of the things is I do not buy my layer cakes full price. I will only buy layer cakes if they're $20 or less.
Okay, gotcha.
So for the purpose, I'm giving it away for charity. So I try to find the deals. And so I don't care if the fabric line is last year's or 2 years old. I will purchase it if it's a good price. And we'll whip out a cherry quilt. So this one is not planned for anything. So yes, doing a quilt drive, it may just go to, it comes out to be a twin size. It fits on a twin bed, and you can border it if you want to grow it, but it's about a twin size. So it's whatever, 8.5. I think it's 6 and 7. Or 42, yeah. I think it's 6 across and 7 down, and then you can border it if you want to grow it. But it's really, really easy. If you have a layer cake that is blue and creams, it comes out beautiful, blue and yellows. And And for kids quilts, I like things with a lot of bright colors, different textures, different patterns. And I use that for children's quilts, charity quilts.
Okay.
Yes, it's fossil fern. You got it.
Okay, some
Yeah,
questions. about
Taboo,
that.
it is fossil fern. It is by Bendtsensvej. Good eye, Papu. Good eye. But I love these colors for children, just bright. And it is because there's greens and blues and pinks and purples and yellows. It doesn't matter. It can be, any child can use it, you know, because it's just not blue heavy or pink heavy.
Zaza wants to know what you're building, honey.
Lego trains, Tata. I just finished this one, all of it.
You should show it to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Pastry says hello. Tammy, sorry.
Hey,
No.
Leanna, how are you?
Leanna. Hi, Leanna. She stopped by to say hi to all of you. Don't forget to give them a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, please do. Somebody else asked a question and I didn't. Oh, about the sewing room. That would have been Robin. Robin, where's the rest of the insulation and the vapor barrier and the outside siding is up on the outside wall. On the inside wall, they finished closing in the window and now that's done. All of that's been done for a while, but we're waiting on them to come over here and seal the outside, paint the outside, and then get inside and mud it and do all the things they got to do before they can paint that part of the wall. And he went Monday to talk to them, and they were waiting on something.
Yep, material.
They're waiting on something that is coming in on one of the ships, and that's what the holdup is apparently. I don't know what. So anyway, that's why it's still not done.
They're slow here.
It's slow as. Anyway. And I think you're ready to go, aren't you?
I am, if you can just kick me out of it.
All you have to do is leave.
Well, I know I can leave. It's harder on my phone to leave because my phone is on my sewing machine.
I don't know how to kick you out of here.
I'll kick you out.
Not without me shutting the whole thing down. I was going to talk to them about the fundraiser before I hung up.
Okay, let me try it this way. You can look at my
ceiling. Well,
you can look at my ceiling.
Unless remove is how you do it.
Yes.
All right, let me try your phone first, okay?
Yeah, you can remove the phone.
All right, where did I see that remove? Let's remove that. Remove.
There you go.
So that's all I had to do?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, then I'll remove you too. All right, thank you.
Oh, I can leave on my own. It was my phone. I was asking.
Oh, your phone you need to kick out. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Bye, y'all. It was
thank
good
you for coming, and I hope we can sew again together.
And I will talk to you all next time. Thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I don't know how many's here right now, but we could go ahead and talk about the fundraiser. Hey, Joe, how are you? All right. So as far as the fundraiser is going, it's going okay. We've raised a total of $600 so far, which is all gone to housing or keeping the roof over his head. It's all being sent there. I've kept receipts, the whole everything. There's been a second quilt donated to this cause. So instead of having one winner, we will have two winners for the drawing. Any of you who have already donated but has not gone to fill out the the Google form. So let me backtrack here for a minute. So when people donate, you're either donating through PayPal or you're donating through the GoFundMe. Okay. And I see your names in there, but you still need to come over to the link for the thing, and I'll put that here in just a minute. I'll share it with you here. You still need to do the form, because if you're a winner of the quilt, unless you're you fill out the form so that your name can be put into the drawing for one of the free quilts. If you're not interested in that part of it, but you just want to donate, that's okay too. Just let me know, hey, I've donated, but I don't want to be in the drawing. Or you could go fill out the form and just put your name on there with your email, and then put in the comment section something like, I'm just letting you know I donated, but you don't have to put me in the drawing. I mean, I don't know exactly how you want to do it. Hard times for everyone right now. Yeah, it's hard times everywhere. You are so right. So anyway, I appreciate all of you who have already donated. There's been, you know, every little bit helps, and it's all going to where it's supposed to be going. It's not being used for anything else. And I haven't set a cutoff date yet for when we're doing the drawing. Maybe I'll do the drawing at the end of July, probably. I'll give it enough time for people who might not have money right now or want to donate later. It's up to whatever y'all want to do. And if you can't, that's okay too. I understand, because a lot of people are living on limited means. And me and Nikolai understand better than most do, because right now our means are limited also, because we've exhausted everything we had helping. So that's why I went and I asked. I really didn't want to ask. I was afraid that I was going to offend all of y'all by asking. And I hope I haven't offended anyone. Hi, Laura Lynn. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming by. So let me share that Google form link. So if you haven't done it, you'll at least know where to go get it at. I think I can share it with you. Maybe, maybe not.
When the computer acting up again.
No, I didn't know if I had it sitting here on the screen or not, but apparently I do.
Okay.
Okay, here's all right. I'm going to paste the link. If you've already donated, but you haven't filled out the form, here's the form to fill out for the drawing. What is your son's trade? His niche in life is he likes to work in shipping and receiving, unloading and loading of trucks, unloading stock out onto store floors, stocking shelves, anything related to any of that. That's his niche. My mom and I just bought a used mobile home for my son and 4 grandkids. It's hard for everyone. Yeah, see, young people are having trouble right now, and my son just happens to be one of them. You know, this is the first time I've had a family member that's struggling. And the you know, we're doing everything we can. And, you know, does anyone have any questions they want to ask about that? Yeah, Thomas is not looking for some high paying fancy job. He likes doing, he just likes to unload and stock. That's what he likes doing. It's not, it doesn't require him to, he can do that kind of job and it not reflect on his learning disability that he has. How's the weather everywhere you guys weigh? I hope y'all didn't. Let me go here. Okay, so we have 25 people in here watching. Okay, cool. My mother and I just bought it. I was looking to see if there was any such thing as tiny homes, but I guess that's not a thing in Georgia. She just up and left it, was left. It was hard for her and with 4 kids. So he's a single dad. Yep, Thomas is a single dad. Do you know that they do not have shelters for men who are raising their children? Did you know that? They have shelters for women with children, but there is no shelters for men with children. $108 in Phoenix, Arizona. Patty says it's almost 100 her way, and I know she lives in California. I heard that California was going to be really hot. Zaza says it's cold and wet in Scotland. Boy, I would love to see Scotland. I bet it's so beautiful.
I would love to see that place where they make that movie from Outlander.
Did they actually make it in Scotland?
I think there's a place in Scotland, a real one.
Oh,
I think.
well, I know they have that, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Those rocks, I forget what they're called. Stonehenge?
That's not. They're not Stonehenge. That's different. That's a different.
That's a
area.
different area, yeah.
Stonehenge are in somewhere in England. I think it was.
Okay, so this next set of flying geese look like this. Patty says it's expected to be 110 degrees on Saturday.
Yikes.
LaWayne says we have cooled to 78 degrees here in San Francisco. 23 degrees Celsius in Nova Scotia. That's pretty warm, Laura Lynn. Very warm. Hey.
Oh yeah. Right.
Okay, so now I've made 2 sets of flying geese. Now we need to make one more set of a different color, which is going to be which is the white. Looks like this. We're going to use this. And D, which is this color. So that's the next one we're sewing on. Okay. Thank you, Robin. Laura says, I walked this morning and I think I have heat exhaustion. I felt crummy all day. You probably did. Zaza says it's 16 degrees Celsius in Scotland. It is 53 degrees Fahrenheit, which is probably 10 or 11 degrees Celsius or something.
Probably.
Yeah, because I switched it to Fahrenheit, so I didn't have to do the translation. What's it say outside the door? We live down here on the lake, so, and because we're kind of down off the mountain a little bit, it's a little bit warmer down here where we're at. Be right back. Need green iced tea.
Yeah.
Huh?
8 degrees.
8 degrees.
What?
So it's 8 degrees Celsius or 53 degrees Fahrenheit.
Come on.
Go, Coda.
Come on.
Go on.
Really?
What do you do? Lay down?
Yeah.
Is he in your way?
Nah.
Okay. If he's not in your way, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but.
Thank you, honey. Zaza says that it currently is 49 degrees where she's at, which is Scotland. Sounds like they're having the same temperatures we're having, kind of.
Yeah.
Did you type the name of that war machine in the chat?
No. I will.
Okay.
I
Or
will,
put it in my messenger and I'll just email it to her.
yeah. But I need to take a picture of it though first.
Okay.
But I'll just December the first and reassemble it again outdoors.
I thought you already had a picture of that.
Not yeah, but I would rather do that outdoors when it's more cool. I mean, you know.
We need to buy a new picnic table.
Yeah. Awesome to do that.
Yeah. Then I can sew outside if I wanted to. I think summer has bypassed us here this year, says Zaza. Patty says the white is called the goose and the blue is the sky. I learned this a few months ago. The white is called the goose.
Why on earth did you have to listen to Diana Summer? What Diana was it?
It was Donna Summer that
Donna
was
Summer.
playing earlier.
Inside, I got this song.
No, that's Diana Ross.
That's what I'm.
That's not Donna Summer.
That's what
I thought you were talking about the hot stuff song.
No, I got this. Diana Ross's
Upside down song.
upside down song in my head.
Payback, honey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're about to say. Did you guys know that Bon Jovi's supposed to go to Denmark to sing in 2026? And I told Nikolai, I said, maybe we should go see that concert since I've never seen a concert. I have never been to a live concert in my life, ever. Robin says, we went from winter to summer. Spring was a no-show. Man, you and me just ain't getting rid of this cough.
Yeah.
I think it's going to linger for a while.
Probably.
So I know I asked this at the beginning of the live, and some might still be here from the beginning, but I know some weren't here at the beginning. What are y'all doing for your 4th of July festivities tomorrow? Are you celebrating, or are you going to just chill and do nothing? Or do you gather up your family and have a big huge barbecue? What is your family tradition? Maybe at midnight you could put the flag up, babe.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't put it up until Eastern Standard Time. So that would be what, 3 o'clock in the morning?
If I'm still awake.
If you're still awake, yeah.
Probably not.
If not, then do it before you fall asleep.
Okay.
Or you can put it out now if you want. I don't care. Patty says, I hope to finish a patriotic quilt I'm making right now. I have one I need to finish that was block swaps, and I really had fun doing the design to go around it. Only one block is like, I really don't want to put it in there because it's the only block that doesn't match all the rest of the blocks, because someone made a block that had a pickup truck in it. And so all the rest of the blocks don't have anything to do with pickup trucks. So I'm thinking maybe I'll make another block to replace the pickup truck and take the pickup truck one and put a backing on the back of it and turn it into a little mini wall hanging quilt or something. Depends on the wet. Let's see here. Wait. Jackie says normally we watch the PBS 4th from the Capitol. Luane says depends on how the weather is. Hot over 75, stay home. If cool, might go to Golden Gate Park to chill. Then after dark, go to the top floor of the building to watch the controlled fireworks. Hey, that would be a great place to see fireworks at that bridge. If it wasn't so blasted hot, 107 degrees, we would have a barbecue, but we will stay inside with the AC and watch YouTube. And Pat says, make your own. I really didn't make a big deal of the 4th of July all that much when the kids were little. Sometimes we would go see fireworks. Sometimes we didn't. One time I tried to one time I tried as a family to go to Huguenot Beach in Jacksonville to watch the 4th of July fireworks parked on the beach. And that was a disaster that time. So it got where, if we did anything, it was just me and the kids that went and did it. But I barbecued all the time, so it wouldn't be unheard of for me to be barbecuing on the 4th of July because I would probably be cooking on the grill anyway. Because I love cooking on the grill. I meant make your patriotic quilt any way you want. That makes, now I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I could put the truck on the back of the quilt also, come to think of it. That would be a good place for it, and then it would make sense. I am still worn out from Pride this past weekend. Has Pride Month always been in June, Luane? But I love the way I'm making that quilt. I guess I'll have to I'm hoping to get something hung up here where I can hang things behind me so you guys can have a better shot of stuff. Maybe I could get it something hung up where I can pin it up there for you guys to see what I've been doing, because it's one of my UFOs and been thinking a lot about maybe breaking it back out and try to finish it, because it's really, I think it's going to be very cool looking when I get it finished. Yeah, I was just wondering if it had always been in June. It's in different months in different states. Dallas isn't until September, and I think Vegas. Oh, okay. I didn't know that each state had a different time of the year for it. Okay, we got this set done. And then what I'm going to do here in a couple minutes is as soon as I get them finger pressed out, I'm going to go take all of the flying geese to the iron and press them. And then we will start sewing that group together as well. June is a Pride month, but different Pride festivity dates. Okay. All right, so now I've got these all finger pressed. I'm going to take them over and heat them up real quick with some heat. And I'll be right back, maybe. Looks like I forgot to press this one open. Okay. Can you imagine drag queens in the heat this time of the year? They'd be melting. Yeah, I couldn't. Unless they were inside an air-conditioned place. That would be no different than a woman dressing up that way, and women do it all the time. All that makeup and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna take that there.
Yeah, stay.
Why do they call it drag Wayne? I've always wondered why they use that term for the show. I don't know, Jaja. There's plenty of women out there that would not go out, be caught out dead without being dressed to the kilt. I know when I was in the church and we wore dresses off, we had to wear dresses all the time. I can remember there were times when I was like hated putting on stockings when it was so hot because it's hard to put stockings on or pantyhose on when it's 100 degrees inside your house. I didn't know she was having a bash tonight, Andrea. Hey, Andrea, I'll send you a message to answer more about that question you just asked. I'll send it to you on Facebook. Oh, she's trying to hit. Oh, she already hit 40,000 subs. Wow. That is so cool. Congratulations to her. It dates back to Shakespeare times when men had to dress as women because women were not allowed to be in shows. You mean like as in no female actors, Luane?
Mhm. Sounds like it.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Okay.
I'm having to fix one of the flying geese, you guys, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to pin it because I don't want to turn it into wonky or make it wonky, I mean. Okay, so I finished this last flying geese, and hang on, I'm gonna show it to you in just a second. And then I just wanted to I'll let you know that I will be making an updated video in relation to the fundraisers so that you can see what the other quilt that's going to be given away looks like. Oh my god, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again. Who sings that?
What's her face sings that song?
Don't know.
I just had a brain fart. Don't expect me to remember who it was. Britney Spears.
Yep. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
I like the song that she did the remake of Can't Get No Satisfaction song. I think she did a good job singing it. Even though it's not the same as how Mick Jagger sings it.
I can't get no. That's true. There's a lot of good remakes from old songs that we know.
I know.
Such as Silence of, what was it?
The Simon and Garfunkel song.
Yeah, with the Disturbed.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yes, it is.
They named it pretty good.
That song has made tons of money. Between Simon and Garfunkel and now all these other people using it. Uh-oh, wait a minute. This needs to be flat like that. Otherwise, I will have wasted my time trying to undo what I messed up. Okay, let's try this again. Brittany sure did love Chicken of the Sea. I still didn't get it done right. I think I might have to turn it the other way to fix it. I can't get no satisfaction.
I'm sweaty. Really good. Start getting sticky to me.
It's getting sticky, like as in you're sweating.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in this house. Maybe crack the kitchen window.
It could be that I have closed the front door because firewood.
Yeah, you did.
Them was barking at him.
See, I'm doing my job, Jackie. I'm letting you know that there's bad guys outside with fireworks making ruckus. And I'm telling you all about it. I accidentally I'm pressing my seams open, and when I went to put this this last seam in, the part of the open seam got pushed back over to the side, and I had to take it out to fix it because otherwise that point's not going to be flat. Because there's a lots of points in this in these blocks, so I'm keeping the seams open for these because I'd rather they be flat than a train wreck. Okay. Anyway, I did it 3 times. This time I just turned it over where I could see the seam. Now it's laying flat like it's supposed to. Okay. And then I can go ahead press it. They had a video of Mick Jagger singing that Can't Get No song, No Satisfaction song. He was so young in those videos. He looked like a teenager. then you know the feeling. All right, so here's what the third one looks like. Uh-oh, where did my video go? Oh, there you are. Okay, so here's what this one looks like. So now I have 3 sets to sew together again. So I'll show you the 3 sets so you know what colors what they look like again. And then so this is the first set of 4, which is A and D. No. A, B. That's going to be on the top. And then it's going to be D and B underneath that one. And then A and D. So let me take one of each color out, and then I'll sew that together so you can see what it's going to look like. And then I think I'll end the live at that point. All right, so let me move these extras out of the way for right this minute, and we'll just sew these 3 together.
Girl, your nose is cold.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, with all these points, I'm going to keep them open because I think I'll love how it looks better by doing it like that. It's a good solution for a problem. Can't, no. Now I'm going to have that song on my brain. Oh my God. Oh, that's how it always goes. You hear a song and then you can't stop thinking about it afterwards. I'm about to sew the first 2 together, and then we'll put the 3rd one on, and then I'll show it to you. Okay, get you on here. All right. Ooh, we cut that one close, boy. Right on that tip. Nikolai has been cooking with oil. Cooking with Legos, laugh out loud. Did you see that? That was from Robin Marie.
Better be careful, Robin, or I'm going to send this guy after you.
Who were you trying to send after her? A copper?
No. World's worst infamous dictator. Infamous dictator, Adolf Hitler.
Is that's not a Lego, is it?
Nope, it's not Lego.
I was gonna say, I hope not.
It's not Lego, but it looks very like him.
It's actually a top though, right?
No, that's Adolf Hitler.
Oh, wow. Why would someone want to make a minifigure of a bad man?
Adolf Hitler.
So weird. Oh, those were in those minifigures you got?
That's from that cannon, that big cannon.
Uh-huh.
That was part of it.
Oh, because that was part of the German
Yeah.
war machine stuff?
Yeah.
Oh. Not know that, baby.
Spectator.
I think my bobbin case is about to run out. Okay, let me press these out and I'll show it to you. You guys are, what is with you? You got ants in your pants?
Yeah, they have.
Y'all been pacing around.
Thank you.
Wondering if he needs the OUT.
More like it. FOOD.
Well, that too. Okay, here's what this side looks like. Okay, now what is going to happen here? Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Is you're going to take this one and it's going to be like this when you sew it together. Can everybody see it? LaWayne says, Puppy is like, okay, I have not had any love in 5 minutes. Time to love me. Yeah, they do that a lot. Or if they think you're ignoring them. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sew these two together so that you can at least see the finished product, and then we're gonna call it. Can you imagine being on a flight where travelers were experiencing food poisoning from a bad chicken salad? No, I could not.
There are a lot of unhappy flyers with probably lavatory will be filled up with the poop.
Can you imagine having an accident where you couldn't clean yourself up? That would suck.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, Denise. You are so right about that. This is going to be a beautiful finished quilt. Yeah, these colors are extraordinary. You won't hear me complain about this one. I'm loving the colors. I'm not all that. I don't own much patriotic stuff. I'm just not into that kind of thing. But this one will be pretty to have on the sofa or something. Denise, did that happen on an airplane? Luane says, you're gonna laugh when you hear this one, honey. He says, not on any USA Airlines, as we don't get real food. So he's saying they get fake food. Well, I guess it would depend on if you had a short flight or a long flight.
It won't be fun for the long flights, you know.
No, it wouldn't.
When we talk about 16 hours flights.
Yeah. Well, our long hauls are anywhere from 9 to 11, remember?
Wow.
Or 12 for the California one.
Yeah.
The California one going back home is 12 hours.
It happened one time last time I was in California, it took me 16 hours to fly.
Yeah, you had that one too many layovers.
No, it's more like I have to go to Portugal. That's 4 hours flight.
From Denmark to Portugal is 4 hours?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, you would have thought that could not have been that long.
Pretty much 4 hours flight.
Well, let's hope we don't have to do those kinds. It just sucks because Norwegian Air is no longer in play, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess they're not going to anytime soon. Norway, I guess, decided that it was more important for the domestic to stay alive. Delta flight from Detroit to Amsterdam had to divert to JFK this morning because of the sickness. That's not good. Man, and I fly with Delta and eat on Delta Air. Because that's who we do our long flight with, since Norwegian Air is no longer in play. We're stuck with Delta Air until something else comes up better.
Well, when we're flying from Europe to US, we fly with KLM.
Yeah, but we didn't really like them that much.
Well, the one that I'm flying with, oh man, it's good.
Or was it? I thought it was you that had that bad flight with KLM. That was the flight you missed, actually.
Yeah.
That we didn't get refunded. All because of COVID testing or no, it wasn't that. It was the visa thing.
Yep. So I have to stay in Denmark for 2 more days.
Yep. Well, we come up with another damn ticket.
And when I landed to Portugal, I have an hour to get to my next flight. I barely made it, and when I arrived there, you know what they say in the damn speaker?
No.
Your corona test has to be a day old, and mine was 48 hours old.
Did they give you a hard time about it?
No, I told them that I have just taken that test for 2 days ago, and I showed the results. They're like, okay, you can just go. They let me go. Take a flight. They can see that I'm not infected.
Wow, this is messed up. I'm gonna have to fix that. Giving me a hard time today.
I thought I was about to, what you call it, not being part of the flight, and all this money wasted again. But whoever that was, keep an eye on the people. It's just like, okay, you can just go. Man, I was happy when he said that.
Yeah, I would have been too. Me and the seam ripper are having us a bit of fun today. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let me see what time it is. It's time to stop. Okay. So I should have I haven't decided on what kind of live, if I have one tomorrow night. Normally I have one on Thursday. I'll probably have one, but I'm going to keep it short, probably an hour, hour and a half, maybe at the most. I don't think I want to make it longer than that. So I will post something soon about what time it starts. It'll be the usual time, 7 o'clock, and I'll be working on UFOs and stuff for the next 2 or 3 times until I'm totally clear of this sickness that's keeping my brain a little foggy. So, yep. Anyway, I want to thank you for coming to the live tonight. I want to thank all of you who have stepped up to help with the fundraiser. And even if you can't donate, but you can share the link. If you'll share that video link, even that will help some, because you never know. There might be someone who wants to help. So anyway, thank you for all of the love and community and patience and kindness that you've shown me and my channel and my husband, and I appreciate it. And thank you for those of you who have reached out to help with our son and grandson. I appreciate that as well. So have a great night. Make sure to live, laugh, love, dream, and create from that. Good night, everyone, and have a great day. See you on the next video.
Bye.